Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and today I have one of Diamond Art Club's new releases for this weekend to give you a sneak peek of. This is Lunar Goddess by Margaret Morales, and I just think this artwork is so incredibly beautiful. This artist is one of my favorites that Diamond Art Club has, and I'm so happy that this artwork is finally here. So we're gonna get an up close look at it. I'm gonna show you all the details of Diamond Art Club's kits. So if you're new to this company, you can get a sense for what they have to offer. And we're gonna see where the special drills go, all that good stuff to give you a first impression on this kit. So you can decide if you wanna be shopping for it this weekend. Size point wise, I think this is a really nice size point, 22 by 28 inches, which is 55.8 by 70.7 centimeters. Personally, I think this 50-ish by 70-ish centimeter size range is really nice and manageable to work with a diamond painting. This is going to have square drills, which is going to give it a nice detailed finished effect, and 81 colors, including 2 ABs, 1 electro, which we do often see electro diamonds with this artist's work, and 3 fairy dust. If you're confused on any of those special drills, don't worry, we'll talk about it once we're actually looking at the drills in a little bit. Total number of diamonds around 63,000 in this one. There is some info about how to diamond paint here on the back. If you are new to the craft and would like to see some how-to videos and other demos, I'll have some beginner-friendly videos linked below that you could take a look at to get you started on the craft. Kit contents, we're going to go through all of that together. They also do put a sticker with the title and artwork of the kit on the end of the box, which for me is just very useful in a practical sense because I store all of my diamond paintings stacked on top of each other on shelves. So just being able to tell what a kit is from a glance at the end of the box is actually kind of pretty helpful. So if you are brand new to Diamond Art Club and thinking of making your very first purchase from them, I really don't blame you. This artwork is beautiful. There's some beautiful new releases this weekend, truly. I do have a 20% off discount code you can use if you're shopping. It is my name, Katie, Katie, and the number 20. It will save you 20% off your first purchase, like I said. It is also an affiliate code, just so you know. So I may make a small commission if you choose to use it, but no pressure. There's other codes out there. But thank you so much if you do. I always really appreciate it. Let's take a look at Diamond Art Club's toolkits. I feel like they have one of the nicer, basic, like standard toolkits on the market. They have some nice upgrades. And overall just solid inclusions. So for one, they have what they call their twist and pick pen. It's got a bit more to it than your standard like basic little stick pen. It's a little more ergonomic, it's a little bit thicker. It also comes preloaded with a clear wax that you just twist it because of the name and the wax will start coming out the end like you can see there. If you run out of all the wax that's in there, they give you some extra. They give you actually a good amount of extra down here. They also give you some of their classic pink heart wax if you prefer. And you can also use these in the multi-placer. So there is a 4-placer on the end here. It's removable and they include a 7-placer you can swap in as well. It also fits the metal multi-placers that they sell on the website, the style that are push-in, not the threaded screw-in style. We've got some baggies. You can store some of your leftover diamonds in those. And then their trays are my favorites of my favorite of the toolkit upgrades. It is, well, there goes the removable stopper, just they go flying. I like that their trays are so much bigger. I like to multi-place, and so being able to dump a lot of diamonds in there and go is actually very, very useful. We've got a removable stopper as well as a sliding lid. So if you like to kit up into your trays, it's all ready to go. They're also stackable. There's little cutouts at the top and bottom and a space to put your sticker label at the end if you want to use the sticker labels and kit it up into those if you want. So that is their toolkit. And then let's take a look and see what our treasure quest card is going to be and see what else is in here. So we've got a bronze treasure quest card. Now, treasure quest cards are part of a secondary rewards program, and they're also just a really pretty collectible with the artwork of the kit. So Diamond Art Club has their standard rewards program, which I think is pretty solid and generous. It's points-based based on your spending, and you can redeem for like coupons and free shipping, stuff like that. This is on top of that. And each card that you get with the kit comes with a rank. This one is bronze. It is by far the most common. If you get this kit, you're also likely to get a bronze card. There's also a possibility you could get a silver, gold, or black card. Black is the rarest. Even though I got a bronze, you could get one of the others. Now, once you get various combinations of the different ranks of cards, you can redeem them for things like gift cards or a custom diamond painting. There's a redemption code here you can scratch off to get to, and there's the QR code for the redemption part of the website. I did get enough cards to get a custom diamond painting a little while back, so if you would like to see kind of step-by-step how that process works, I have a video that I will link below if you are curious. Now, on the side of this envelope, there's a bunch of helpful info. I just specifically wanted to point out they have a Facebook group and they have a mobile app that you can use. Now, here is going to be a set of stickers, including a sticker of that stunning original artwork. I just cannot get enough of Margaret Morales' work. It's so pretty, so dreamy. The way that she depicts characters and these women is just so ethereal. I love this so much. So color-wise, 81 colors. There's actually a lot of different colors going on here. The code you see in the right-hand column is the DMC code. It comes from the DMC brand of floss, like in cross stitch. Most diamond painting companies use this color code system. Diamond Art Club will put their special drills at the end. So Z, those are our fairy dust. K is our electro. AB, well, those are our ABs. Also, you will sometimes see colors that have a number in the 6,000s. These are not actually colors from the DMC. Those are colors that Diamond Art Club has created to fill gaps in the DMC color code system. And what's nice is that Diamond Art Club does make all their drills in-house, so they're able to very easily do this kind of thing where they can look at, you know, what is available and what color families are a little more lacking, and they can go, okay, well, we'll just make colors to fill these gaps, and then we can match the original artwork more closely. Look how pretty she looks. Okay, I'm gonna hopefully put your mind at ease very quickly here, because if your brain works the same as mine and your eyes were drawn to the same exact thing in this moment that mine were, I am going to hopefully put your mind at ease here. If you're looking at this render and going, white splotches, what is happening? You guys, it's just the printing on the canvas, okay? If you look up close, this is as much for me as it is for you, quite honestly. If you look up close, you want to look at the background color and the symbol that's on top of it. So these like light pink symbols that are going to be really, really light up here. The black symbol on top of that background color is just taking up so much space. It makes it appear darker than it's going to be once the drill's actually there. And this white one here is like, there's so little symbol on top of it. The contrast is just really stark. So if you look at the render on the box, this gives you more of a sense for what actual colors are going to be there. And it's nowhere near that stark. I'm looking specifically at her face. So I just wanted to acknowledge it, because when I saw it, I was like, white splotches, why? It just means that the printing on the canvas doesn't look as pretty as it's gonna look with actual drills down. And that's just sometimes how it goes. So look how pretty this is. I love that this is not huge to me. I mean, of course, that's gonna be subjective, but this looks like a very manageable size diamond painting to work on. And she's so pretty. I can't get enough. I'm sorry. Let's talk about features. Again, those of you that are newer to this company. So DAC puts their branding at the top, all that good stuff. And then the canvas material itself is, well, I really kind of look at what's it like to diamond paint on. Diamond Art Club's canvases have a nice weight to them. They just feel nice. The back is really soft, though I care more about just what's it like to diamond paint on. It lays flat well, it holds drills well, and that's really what I care most about. They use poured glue. That is seeming pretty sticky to me. I'm really trying to be in tune with what the glue is like lately, and I mean, yeah, seems sticky to me. They use a thick plastic cover with perforated sections. You can see where the edges are from where the dotted lines are. So if you like having designated areas to work within, you can take advantage of that. You can also ignore it if you'd rather, which honestly is what I usually do, because I like to work in big sections. Here we've got a legend on either side of the canvas, top left and bottom right. Then bottom left of the canvas has the thumbnail, the title, the size, and copyright. This piece is legally licensed, and while you might see a lot of artwork unfortunately stolen from other shops, at other shops rather, Diamond Art Club always has their licensing above board. That means that they have Margaret Morales' permission to use this artwork as a diamond painting and are compensating her for that as well. And yeah, that's going to be the case with all of their artwork. Here we've got their socials and another discount code, and your kit does come with a lifetime warranty. As long as you're the original person that purchased that kit, you're covered under that lifetime warranty, which includes things like if you were to run out of a drill color, run into any others with your kit, issues with your kit, you can contact customer support and they'll take you from there. Looking up close, I am looking for what's the symbol clarity like? Is it easy to read? And I'm also looking at color blocking versus confetti. What do we have going on in this kit? I'm seeing patches of color blocking. That's where you have blocks of a color, the same color like this in an area. So grab your multi-placer. You'll be able to zip through areas like that. The opposite of color blocking is confetti. Confetti is where you have more color changes in a small area. There's a few different spots in here. You could see some like in here. Where there's a lot of confetti, you're going to be doing more single placing as well as changing the color out in your tray more often. And so it's going to usually take longer to do. There's some examples in here too. But when you have more confetti, that usually means that you're getting some nice color blending. I feel like it works especially well with watercolor effect kits, watercolor styles of artwork rather, which Margaret Morales tends to be. And so that confetti lets them have kind of a softer effect, and it really looks quite a lot like the original artwork, I feel like. The moon back here has some color blocking, but I was thinking from the original artwork that there's a fair amount of shading and whatnot going on here. So definitely looking at, yeah, I'd say a good amount of confetti. It's not pure confetti. There's like patches of some color blocking here and there, but it's not over the top either way, which that's my personal preference of diamond painting to work on. I like a nice mix of both because it keeps it interesting, but also keeps it moving in some areas. So yeah, no, I don't mind it. We are about true to size on this one. I always like to measure just for posterity. Now let's take a look at our diamonds. Got a pretty color palette. Those dark blues, of course, for the background. And then Margaret uses a lot of pinks, purples, blues when it comes to her character's hair and dresses. And that kind of color palette is just, I love it. It's so enjoyable to work on. There's our color spread again. Let's see what our special drills are going to look like in this one. So these are square drills and are going to be roughly in not in DMC order, roughly in order of size or amount of diamonds. Hold that thought. We've got our first special drill here. This is Z738. This is a fairy dust diamond, and it's looking, I'll try to color correct this. It's looking warmer through the camera lens than it is in person. This is a light brown, like a cool toned light brown in person. And so fairy dust diamonds have what looks like a fine glitter coating brushed on the top that gives them kind of a pearlescent sheen. When they're on the canvas, they have more of a shimmery effect. It's subtle compared to some of the other special drills that you're gonna see, but it's still gonna stand out from regular diamonds and still gonna enhance the painting really nicely. I like that color, that special drill style rather, for watercolor style of pieces like this one. So I bet it's gonna look really nice with the artwork. Now, Diamond Art Clip square drills, in my personal opinion, are, hold that thought again. We've got our next special drill. Ooh, I love a darker fairy dust color. This is the 3842, and when it's a darker color that's a fairy dust, you can really see the glittery coating on the top. I don't know that I've worked with a deep blue fairy dust before. This is so pretty. Does this not just scream night sky? That's so perfect. Oh, I love that one. I'm having that feeling of I want to kit it up right away. I won't because I have too many other projects going, but this one is going to be such a joy to work on. Okay, next fairy dust color is Z437. Now hold up. Okay, these are close, but they are slightly different, okay? So the Z437 is slightly warmer and a tiny bit darker. Those are similar. Holy cow. Okay, so those are our two fairy dust colors that are kind of shades of brown here. There's the 437. Okay, we were talking about square drill quality. I feel like Diamond Art Clip square drills are some of the best on the market. I really do like working with them because they are very consistent in terms of size and shape. And with square drills especially, that matters because squares sit flush up against each other on all sides. So if there is some inconsistency in terms of size and shape, Or if there's trash drills, like bits sticking off the side, it's going to be a problem because then they're not going to fit. They're going to pop off the canvas. Not an issue usually with DAC though. Here's one of our ABs. It's AB 945. Now AB stands for Aurora Borealis, and these ones get their name from the Northern Lights. They have a really very sparkly iridescent coating on the top that is going to pop. It definitely stands out more than fairy dust diamonds do, and grabs some of the colors of the drills around it and draws your eye to that area as well. This is another one of those kind of lighter brown kinds of colors. It's more of a peach though, but it's really similar color family to those two fairy dust shades we've looked at. There's a couple of strands with fewer colors as we're kind of getting down here. This does have a lot of colors for this size kit. So here's I think this is our second of two ABs. We have a lavender AB 211. That's so pretty. Do we think maybe her hair, her dress? It's always fun to see or guess ahead of time where do we think they're gonna go. Here's our gold electro. Electro diamonds, that is the name that Diamond Art Club gives their metallic effect. So the bright yellow you're seeing is what goes flat on the canvas. It's that darker gold metallic that's going to be facing up. It's a very, very striking and bold effect. One of their more, in your face special drills in a good way. But interestingly, Margaret Morales, often with her prints and her artwork, will use a gold foiling kind of effect. Like she'll actually put gold foil on her work for accents, and this matches that effect so perfectly. So you'll often see this gold electro color in Margaret Morales kits at Diamond Art Club. So you can keep an eye out for those sometimes. I feel like at least half the time you'll see those gold electro in a Margaret. That may have been the last special drill. I can't remember if we had one more fairy dust. I don't think so. I think that was it. So we're just getting into the colors that we have little bits of. Yeah. There's the end. These bright reds. So it's got to be maybe in her lips. I'm like, where is there bright red in this kit? Okay. I'm going to take just a really quick peek ahead of you to see where the special drills go, since there is a lot of confetti. And we had those two really similar brown fairy dust colors. So I'm going to, take a peek ahead of you. I will be right back. So just as a quick refresher for fairy dust colors, we had that gorgeous deep dark blue. And then we had a warmer toned light brown and a cooler toned light brown. And then we had a gold electro, and we had kind of a pale peach AB and a pale lavender AB. So let's talk about where those different special drills are going to be found. First, we have these two lines that are kind of dripping from her hands, and those are our two light brown fairy dust colors right next to each other in these two little lines. And then I'm trying to think of where exactly to start. So there's a patch of light purple AB right here. And there was a little patch of it over here. Yeah, right there in her hair. And then we have, sorry, it's just completely in my brain. The cooler toned light brown fairy dust is a couple of these colors in like kind of ribbons and part of her dress. There's a line of the cooler toned brown fairy dust here and here. And then there's some of the light peach AB in a line right here. This line over here, this little swirl around my fingers, is also the light peach AB. And then we have some of the cooler light brown fairy dust along here. And then some of the light peach AB as we start to get in. This is, I think, still part of her dress, maybe her hair. There's some lines of it here and here. More of the lavender AB in her hair right there. And surprisingly, none of the gold electro down here. I wasn't sure if there would be some in like any of this area. There is not that I'm seeing. But the main spot you're going to see the gold electro as we get up here is going to be in like the crown of stars and moons. So the gold electro is going to be like these sparkles, and often right next to the peach AB and the cooler toned brown fairy dust. I'm going to show you up close as an example. So take a look at these sparkles. The one that looks like it's got a circle sticking off the side, that's our gold electro color. The one that is a little V with a dot in the middle is going to be our peach AB. So I'm trying to do this. Let's see if I can do this. Okay. That's going to be our pale peach AB. This is our gold electro. The diamond is the cooler toned light brown fairy dust. And then this one looks like a little flower. in the middle of the diamonds, that is going to be our warmer toned brown fairy dust. So we've got all of those special drills going on in here. So like this is the gold electro, so all 3 sparkles. This one's gold electro, and then the warmer toned brown fairy dust, more gold electro. And this moon, the center is the warmer toned fairy dust. This is the warmer toned fairy dust. Then we have gold electros all through here. That's gold electro. Our cooler toned light brown fairy dust next to our warmer toned one. So lots of special drills in this crown, which is what I was hoping for, honestly, and I really like that a lot. We have more of the light purple AB in parts of her hair. There's some here, there, right there. Not really that I'm seeing on this side of her hair, but a few spots in there just give a little bit of extra sparkle. And then the moon has quite a lot of our 2 light brown fairy dust colors next to each other. So up close, you can see again, we have the diamond and that little flower. The diamond is the cooler toned brown fairy dust. Little flower is the warmer toned one. So there's a lot of both of those colors in these colors in the moon. So it's on either side, including this one too. So you have a lot of those fairy dust just all throughout, lots of extra shimmer. Now that gorgeous dark blue fairy dust in camera, it's okay. This one, it looks pretty light in camera. That's the symbol. Goes through here. Patches of it here. I'm going to be able to just multi-place my way through those. Further up in the moon, it's those light patches. It's this light patch. So this moon has a lot of sparkle. Now, also, some of these sparkles in the background are special drills. So we have, like, this is the cooler brown fairy dust color. We have some of the gold electro. We have some of the warmer toned brown fairy dust up there. More of the gold electro. So sparkles going on in that background that are really going to pop. Like that gold electro against this dark blue color is going to pop. And how beautifully do you think that really suits this original artwork? Those gold electro are really going to be the showstoppers in her crown. Otherwise, it's fairy dust in the moon. Some of these, like, you know, ribbons and motifs in the background have some special drills. A little bit of lavender in her hair. And then that pale peach AB is just a few different like little spots. Like we kind of saw it a few spots on the sides, and that one's a little bit less in your face, but it's there too. Her earrings have the cooler light brown fairy dust in the centers. And checking to see if there's any others. I'm sure that I missed some, but hopefully we caught most of them, and hopefully this gave you a good idea of where the special drills are going to go in this absolutely stunning kit, you guys. This is Lunar Goddess from Margaret Morales. This was in voting, I think, almost a couple of years ago now, and I've been hoping that we were going to see her, and she looks every bit as stunning as I feel like we could have hoped for. So what do you guys think? Is this going to be on your shopping list? Now let's talk about shopping tomorrow, okay? I'm going to give you some tips and some reminders. So this kit, along with the other new releases, are going to be coming out tomorrow, which is Saturday, April 11th. The release time for general release is 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, if you are in the Diamond or Ruby tier of their rewards program, you do get a half an hour early access window starting at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. And they do typically, as a rule, they say they hold back stock for the general release. So if and when this sells out during the early access window, if you missed out, check back during general. My tips for you would be, because I do think this is going to sell fast, and I know that DAC says that they really try to anticipate demand and plan accordingly, but I think they just have more and more shoppers every day or something, because I still see stuff selling out. This is probably going to sell out quickly. So my suggestions for you would be, regardless of which window you're shopping in, but especially if you're shopping in the Diamond or Ruby tier, is to be logged into your account, because the new releases will show up for you automatically. You don't have to wait for the email or text. Actually, I highly recommend you don't wait for the email or text. Be logged into your account, any discount codes, payment methods, whatever, like set and ready to go already. And anything else that you're wanting to add on to get to free shipping threshold or whatever, have it already in your cart. And then be refreshing on the new arrivals side of the website a couple of minutes before release time. More often than not, I've got my order confirmation email in my inbox, like I've finished ordering, before I have the new releases email, so like the official one go out. So these will load a couple minutes early. Don't wait for the email or text notification. Same thing with general release. Start refreshing a couple minutes before the drop time. And as soon as you see it, click go as fast as you can. And hopefully you'll be able to snag any must-haves for you. And if you do miss out, I'm really sorry. I completely understand the frustration. I've been there more than once. My best suggestion is to sign up for a back of stock notification email, add it to your wish list, and I really hope that you're able to snag it sooner rather than later. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are down in the comments below as far as what you think of this one. My first impressions are, I mean, I'm always going to be a bit starstruck by a Margaret, but I do think this one looks really nice. I like the render from what I'm seeing, and the special drills seem to be really, really nice for this one. So I love her, and I hope that if you're having her on your shopping list that you're able to snag her. So let me know below what you think. Subscribe if you would like to see more diamond painting videos from me. I would love to have you here. I do unboxings and reviews from a variety of different companies here on my channel, along with diamond painting how-tos and tutorials, and weekly whip and chats if you want some company while you're crafting on Monday mornings. Either way, though, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you're doing really well. Have a great weekend. Happy crafting, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye, guys.